coming up next. And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Grant.
Oh. And for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, being all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. They've got Jonathan Isaac, Devin Vassell out there with Amen Thompson. Then there's Khalil Ware, and it's Johnson in at the 3. And so it's the Lakers with it, following the bucket by the Pacers. Pass to Vassell. Isaac with a screen on Edwards. Vassell's shot is good.
Vassell has no conscience behind the arc. He will not hesitate to get it up.
Outside Edwards. And here's Suggs. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Stewart outside, 6 on the shot clock. Edwards for 3. Vassell with the rebound. Johnson inside. Gordon's on him. Vassell outside. Pass to Ware. Let's go with a 3. Indiana with a rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Now Gordon. Stewart, the pass to Drummond. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Thompson passes to Vassell. Isaac with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Isaac. And the first shot of the night for him, missing.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Drummond, great positioning on the putback.
And with great length and explosiveness, Drummond's ability to clean up the glass is second to none.
Here's Ware. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
And he makes both free throws. And Richard coach J.J. Redick coming under criticism for how he handled substitution patterns in last year's playoffs.
Look, he did an amazing job in guiding them to the 3rd seed. And look, they just ran out of gas against a better Minnesota team. Players wish they had shots back, and so do coaches sometimes.
Now here's Drummond. Tipped. Stolen by Vassell. Fast break. Here we go. The rebound by Stewart.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Here's Thompson. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Vassell. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Agile finish from Vassell against that foul, managing to get the and one.
You look at Devin Vassell. He seems to still be working towards his full potential, RJ.
Yeah, I see many ways that he can continue to up his game. And that's not a knock. You never stop learning in this league. But for Vassell, his potential, oh, it's exciting.
And the Pacers making a change here. Pirtle's checked in. Now here's Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
Absorbing contact, staying focused. What a play by Pirtle.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Suggs, the pass to Edwards. Pirtle with a screen on Thompson. Thompson with a steal. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Pass to Suggs. Pirtle with a screen on Vassell. Inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Thompson outside. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Vassell against Edwards. Down low. Here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Edwards, the pass to Gordon. Back to Edwards. There's the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Left side, Johnson. Isaac outside. Pass to Vassell. Clock at 4. No good from outside. Pacers trail by 3. Gordon, the pass to Stewart. The kick out to Edwards. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Edey's checked in for Los Angeles. Hunter comes in for Isaac. Los Angeles leading by 3. Vassell outside. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
And Indiana with some changes. Middleton comes in for Stewart, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Suggs. Johnson passes to Vassell. Thompson with a screen. Vassell can't get it to go. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Vassell can't get it to go. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 1. Edwards, no good.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
To the paint. The kick out to Johnson. 4-3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
Vassell against Westbrook. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
The hustle and intensity that Westbrook brings to this team can be infectious.
Collins, he's checked in for Indiana. Beal comes in for Edwards. And then for Los Angeles, Thompson, he's checked in for Johnson. Jalen Green comes in for Vassell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Thompson. Green, always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Beal outside. Westbrook with a screen on Green. Three-pointer, Beal. The rebound by Edey. Los Angeles leading by 5. Thompson passes to Hunter. It's stolen by Pirtle. Westbrook outside. Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Thompson. Indiana again missing. The Lakers have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Now here's Lillard. And here's Thompson.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Now here's Westbrook. Now here's Middleton. Misses from short range.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Pass to Lillard.
Hey, yo, right here. I got ball.
Back to Hunter. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. Edey with a screen on Beal. Green for 3. Kept alive. Edey, that's good. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Westbrook, the pass to Collins. Middleton against Thompson. Another miss by Middleton. The Lakers have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. On the wing, Green. Connects from downtown. Green's got his second bucket on the night.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Pacers trail by 12. Now Beal. He's scoreless. Will it go? Thompson pulls it in. Outside, Green. Pass to Hunter. And here is Green. To the middle. Oh, deflected. And the dunk by Edey.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now here's Beal. Green with the defensive effort. The Lakers lead by 14. Thompson outside. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Beal. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
You got to credit Beal there for finishing the job while battling that tough defense.
And so he makes both from the line. On offense, here are the Lakers. They're on an 18-7 run. Edey with a screen on Beal. Pass to Thompson. Stolen by Middleton. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Thompson.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
Grant, in recent seasons, the big limiter on Chris Middleton's game has been health.
Yeah, B.A., and it's just so frustrating. Here's a high-impact player, an all-star, and he's always having to come back from something. Not what you want for anyone.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. John Collins grew up playing soccer goaltender. He said, quote, "I've always had good hands, but goaltending helped my reaction time, being able to track the ball at fast speeds. It's an important thing for guards to trust the big fella that you can catch and finish." Back to you.
Terrific report. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. 15-point game. Pass to Collins. Now here's Beal. Green covering. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Let me tell you, Beal is crafty. He will figure out a way to get inside.
Lillard outside. Edey with a screen on Westbrook. For 3, here's Lillard. And the three-pointer goes. And the Lakers lead by 16.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
With 1 on the clock. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's Los Angeles, feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
On the court for the Lakers. Damian Lillard out there with Thompson. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Thompson. And it's Ware in at the center position. Lillard passes to Isaac. Back to Lillard. Lets it fly. Drummond grabs the miss.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Outside Edwards. Shoots over Thompson. Edwards can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 18. Pass to Ware. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
And get up, Dame. Mr. Lillard taking flight.
Indiana shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Drummond to screen on Lillard. Suggs the pass to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Thompson outside. Pass to Ware. Here's Lillard. Launches a three. No. He's made 3, missed 2 now. To the inside. Here's Suggs. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Some changes for Los Angeles. Johnson, he's checked in for Isaac. And it's Vassell in for Lillard.
One shot.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenues from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there. All right, Shams, thank you very much for that report. Here's Stewart following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Back to Suggs. Stewart, a screen on Vassell. It's Suggs with a drive. Gordon outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Drummond. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Lakers lead by 18. Thompson passes to Thompson. Vassell, a screen on Edwards. Pass to Johnson. For three. And Los Angeles, another three.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Suggs outside. Outside Edwards. Drummond with the screen. Back to Suggs. Pass to Edwards from behind the arc. Indiana again missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, Tim, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Thompson. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Thompson against Edwards. Pass to Gordon. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Edwards. Now Drummond. Ware covers. Drummond passes to Suggs. Back to Drummond. 4 on the clock. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Ware's got 4 rebounds in the game. Thompson finds Thompson. Now Johnson lets it go from deep. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Suggs. Here's Drummond. Ware covers. Suggs, the pass to Drummond. Up top, Thompson. Stewart defends. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Suggs outside. Drummond to screen on Vassell. Drummond inside. Ware covers. Pass to Suggs. Gordon on the wing. And Indiana misses again.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Now here's Ware. And here's Vassell. The 3 from Thompson. The rebound by Stewart.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
It's Suggs with a drive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Collins, he's checked in for Stewart. Chris Middleton comes in for Drummond. And it's Westbrook in for Suggs. And then for Los Angeles, Edey's checked in for Ware. Hunter comes in for Thompson. And Green is subbed in for Vassell. Indiana on D. Thompson finds Hunter. Outside for Green. Edey with a screen on Edwards. Green with the ball. Checked by Gordon. And it's Edey missing. Pacers trail by 21. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Drills it from deep.
And sometimes Collins makes this look so effortless, as if the three-shot is just that easy.
Now here's Thompson. Outside, Green. An easy 2 on the layup. Green's got 9.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Last year, Jalen Green was twice named Western Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah, and Green was the first Rockets player to win the award multiple times since James Harden in 2019. And, you know, we've seen the flashes, and now on a new team, can he improve his consistency?
Here's Thompson. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Pass to Hunter. Here's Green. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Really one to watch. Jalen Green is an exciting young star in this league, Richard.
Yeah, he's done a lot of maturing as a player in just a few seasons. Sometimes he looks confident, sometimes he looks overwhelmed, but his overall game has improved.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Pirtle comes in for Gordon, and it's Beal in for Edwards.
Look, Green is one of those players that always finds a way to create something offensively that gets his team good looks.
Middleton from the outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Collins. Lillard looking around. Scores after the quick crossover. He's got 9.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Set up!
Westbrook, the pass to Middleton. Collins a screen to the middle. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Middleton's got his 3rd assist of the night. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Outside, Green. Hunter on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Hits the trifecta. Hunter's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice unselfish play by Green, taking the time to get another guy a better shot.
Westbrook, the pass to Collins. And here's Beal. Green covering. And Beal with the basket on the assist by Collins. Beal's got 6 points.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Stay there.
Westbrook against Lillard. Edey with a screen on Westbrook. For 3, here's Lillard. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Pacers have gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Here's Beal to the left side wing. Westbrook against Green. Deflects the pass. Here's Lillard. He's got 9. 1:46 left in the first half of this game.
Hey, who's watching here?
Shot clock at 6. Outside for Green. Hunter on the wing. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. And Jalen Green is good for 3. He's got 15.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Indiana calls timeout. Some changes now for the Lakers. Huff comes in for Edey, and it's Isaac in for Johnson. .125 left in the second period. Collins passes to Westbrook. They set a pick to the paint. From downtown, and Los Angeles, another three.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Collins with a screen on Lillard. Pass to Collins. Beal surveying the D. Down low. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
The Lakers dominating the game. Inside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Now the Pacers on the move. Pass to Westbrook. 26 seconds left in the first half. Over Lillard. And Indiana again with the bucket.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Westbrook against Lillard. Isaac with a screen on Westbrook. For three, here's Lillard. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Los Angeles, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Taking a look here at Indiana. You can think you know your team, but you have no idea until the real game begins.
You don't have to be a finished product right now, right out the gate. Just set the table early and build from there.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Lakers.
They're efficient. They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
The Lakers lead by 23. We've got Suggs. Andre Drummond is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Gordon in at the 3. That's the group for Rick Carlisle getting going here in the second half. 4 on the clock. Pass to Isaac. Lots of room. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. Edwards finds Suggs. Drummond to screen on Vassell. On the wing, Suggs. He's guarded by Vassell. And a miss there on the triple. And the Lakers shooting a fantastic 57%. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And the shot goes in. Vassell's got 8.
Give lots of credit to Devin Vassell. He's really improved his game over the years.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Suggs. Fires the 3. For 3, Gordon. It's hauled in by Isaac.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Back over to you, Brian.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. The 3 from Suggs. The kick out to Edwards. Suggs outside. The 3 ball. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. And now a look back at last year's top shooting teams in the NBA. In third, Indiana.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
The Lakers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Vassell, a screen on Suggs. Thompson fires from way outside. Indiana with a rebound. Stewart's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Drummond passes to Suggs. It's not going to go for him. Thompson with some nice D.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Johnson passes to Thompson. Pass to Isaac. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, inside the paint, Isaac is a pro, using his size to get himself a high percentage look.
For Indiana, they've gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts. Now here's Edwards. Suggs, right side. To stop the drought. Nails the baby hook. Suggs has got 7.
Just 1 of 6 this quarter. Trying to shoot his way out of this funk.
The Lakers call timeout.
Good idea to call timeout. It looked like the guys were getting some heavy legs out there.
The Pacers making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Edey's checked in for Isaac, and it's Asar Thompson in for Johnson. Pass to Edey. Now Thompson. Now here's Ware, covered by Pirtle. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And with a big lead, it's easy to take your foot off the gas like they did there. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
The Lakers making a switch here. Mamukelashvili's checked in. Now here's Suggs. He's got 7.
Yeah, a reliable way to create for others. Suggs disrupts the coverage with the play and makes the pass.
Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Vassell. Driving inside. Thompson outside. And again, the Lakers no good.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Back to Suggs. Five on the clock. Back to Gordon. Stolen by Thompson. Over Suggs. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Thompson's got 6. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, another thing they've been doing right in this one is making the most of turnovers. Lots of points for them tonight off of them.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Vassell outside. Lets a 3 fly. Rebounded by Suggs.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Fires from deep. Rebound by the Lakers. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now here's Vassell. Give him 8. Thompson outside. They get it back. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Collins, he's checked in for Stewart. Middleton comes in for Gordon. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Westbrook in for Suggs. And then for Los Angeles, Hunter's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Green comes in for Vassell. And Lillard subbed in for Thompson. And here are the Pacers now. Middleton with it. Pirtle with a screen on Thompson. Middleton from the outside. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Westbrook, the pass to Beal. They set the pick. To the middle. It's stolen by Hunter. Now the Lakers moving it up. Thompson's shot is off.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Beal against Green. Up top, Collins. Indiana again missing.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Pacers. Beal finds Westbrook. Back to Beal. Three-pointer is up. Middleton to end the run. Pirtle with the bucket. Pirtle's got 7.
There is value in traditional fives like Pirtle. They can grab glass and they can get you bonus points.
For 3, here's Lillard. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Thompson against Middleton. Rebounded by the Lakers.
They're still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Here's Edey. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. Pure from three-point range.
This is big for Westbrook's confidence. When he's connecting from deep, this offense even more dynamic.
Lillard passes to Thompson. That one falls.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Well, the Pacers shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Collins with a screen on Lillard. Pass to Collins. Beal outside. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Beal's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Assertive play from Beal going right into the defense.
Thompson passes to Green. Three-pointer off the mark. And the Pacers shooting a low 29% since halftime. Pass to Middleton. Pirtle with a screen on Green. Middleton passes to Pirtle. Over Edey. Pirtle with the bucket. Pirtle's got 4 points this quarter.
I really like what the defense is thinking, but against Pirtle inside, you really have to go at him.
Now Hunter. Back to Lillard. That 3's off the mark. 1:16 left in the 3rd. Pass to Westbrook. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. 5th, the Pacers.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And some changes here for the Pacers. Drummond's checked in for Pirtle, and Reddish is subbed in for Middleton. And then for Los Angeles, Ware's checked in for Edey. Isaac comes in for Thompson. And Cameron Johnson subbed in for Green. The Lakers shooting about 42% in the third. Outside Hunter. Ware the screen. The shot from 20 feet out. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
They have hit the boards hard this half. Those second chance points are mounting up.
It's Beal on the wing. Isaac covering. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
Yeah, great length from Isaac. He gets the hand up, gets a piece using that big wingspan.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Beal.
The defense has adjusted to them in the second half. Now they need to adjust back.
Here's Lillard. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
Beal outside. Takes a three. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with an almost sure. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Johnson is out there with Anthony Black. And it's Wolf in at the small forward position. Now here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Black passes to Huff. Here's Johnson. From the line. The shot comes out. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Johnson. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, B.A., some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
Gordon, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, the crazy athleticism of Gordon. It makes him a great option in pick-and-roll action.
Vassell against Reddish. Black outside. 5 to shoot. Over Westbrook. Here's Huff. No good on the three. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Sinks that one from the post.
What I want to know is where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
Vassell passes to Mamukelashvili. There's a screen. Pass to Huff from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
Black outside. And the shot goes. Black's got his first bucket in this one.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Reddish. Gordon, left side. Back to Reddish. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. The Lakers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Wolf passes to Vassell. There's a screen to the paint. Wolf, good.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Westbrook. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Mamukelashvili passes to Vassell. Again, the Lakers score.
You see the improvement in Vassell's jump shot, looking more and more confident now.
Westbrook outside. The three is up. Huff pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Down low. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Black's gotten 4 this quarter.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Gordon. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Middleton has checked in for John Collins. And the Lakers also making a switch. Green is checked in. Here's Middleton. Left side Reddish. Shot clock at 5. Gordon on the wing. He shoots it. Gordon with another miss. And it's the Lakers' ball. Big run right now for him. 11-2. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Black outside. They set the pick. Shoots over Westbrook. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Now here's Westbrook. Back to Middleton. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here's Wolf. Rebound by Middleton. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Gordon outside. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
The Lakers with the ball after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. And here's Westbrook. Reddish on the wing. Gordon outside. Pass to Middleton. Puts one up from 19. Rebounded by the Lakers.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Mamukelashvili, no good. The Pacers have gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. And here's Middleton. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
Green has been locked in, really powering this offense.
Down low. Here's Gordon. Uses the glass on the layup.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Black passes to Green. Steps back and fires. He can't hit that time. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Black outside. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
Here's Gordon, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Pass to Westbrook. And here's Gordon. Now here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Black. To the paint. Here's Green. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. 10 of 14 from the field.
The defense does have Green well covered, but look, he fights through it and finds a way inside.
Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Black. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Green from deep. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Oh, a beauty. Aggressive move by Middleton, slamming it in to make a statement.
The Lakers with the ball. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Here's Green.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Green.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Now here's Middleton. Rebounded by Green. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Now Black. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Dame, this team is on a roll, finding ways to win. What can you say about the way?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Have you all alone, girl? I really love the way you love, girl. Forever I'll be yours, baby. You blow my mind, baby. I alive, baby. You blow my mind, baby. You blow my mind, baby. Baby, light my fire. I feel alive, baby. You blow my mind.
The sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flavor foul, your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless, say it now. You slacking in goaltending, my actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage, I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold a city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 down. I could conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's press. Clark, there's so much excitement for these teams and for their fan bases on day one of the season.
That's typical for all fan bases on the opening day of the season. I mean, the whole season is in front of you. Optimism runs high for just about everybody.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Michael Porter's out there at Bowl. Then it's Durant. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Wembanyama with the bucket.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Back to Green. It's rebounded by Houston. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And here is Murray after the three-pointer from Katie. Wembanyama, left side. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. They get it back. Ively. Good D by Williams.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Puts the move on. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Derek Lively.
Well, that's the kind of pressure Durant puts on the defense. I mean, you just can't sit back and let him do what he wants to. Body up on him, even if you may risk a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And before last season, Ime Udoka turned heads when he said the Rockets, Clark, had playoff aspirations.
Well, kudos to Ime Udoka. I mean, very few people believe they would make the playoffs in the stacked Western Conference, and no one saw them finishing as a 2 seed. They didn't meet expectations. They exceeded them.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Drills it from outside. Durant's got 8.
Well, Durant looks close to automatic. I mean, he does not second guess or hesitate at all his shot selection.
Pass to Lively. Wembanyama outside. Lively sends a screen for Wembanyama. It's tipped. Taken away by Williams. And stolen by Murray. McDaniels with the ball. Now guarded by Porter.
Well, McDaniels wasn't going to be denied there. Getting the bucket and has a chance for one more.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Williams, that's good.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
A brief check now of the stats for Porter. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now here's Murray. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Wembanyama down low. He's against Bull.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Pass to Porter. Now Kevin Durant. It's good from long range. KD's got 13 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
McDaniels finds Wembanyama. Now Lively. Back to Wembanyama. For three, Murray. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Immensely confident in his game. Murray doesn't think twice about pulling the trigger from deep, nor should he.
Here's KD. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 15.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
For three, Murray. Rebound by Williams. The 76ers leading by 6. Up top, Porter. McDaniels defending. Porter kicks to Green. Bol a screen on Murray. 6 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work that time by Draymond to draw the foul while in the act of shooting there.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
That free throw, no good.
There's always a spot for a guy like Draymond Green on your side. An incredible defender. He's unselfish offensively and a highly skilled passer.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 7-point differential. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Yep, that one goes in there. KD's
first 6 attempts, he is scorching out there, flamethrower.
Back to Murray. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Now Porter from the arc trains the three-pointer.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the 76ers, Simmons comes in for Williams. And it's Horford in for Bol. Here's Rizeshe. He has yet to score. Murray outside. Another miss by Houston.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Pass to Durant. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists tonight.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with.
Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Kuzma. Back to McDaniel. Pass to Murray. It's up a 3. Porter pulls it in.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you guys.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Here's Simmons. The Rockets making the shot. And Horford wide open. He shoots. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Murray kicks to McDaniels. Here's Kuzma. Sinks the three-pointer.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Now here's Durant. 23 points in the game. Horford the pass to Green. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And stolen by Wembanyama. McDaniels outside. Pass to Murray. Back to McDaniels. Now Kuzma, guarded by Horford, and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons taking off, launching himself right through the defense and rendering that D helpless.
Here's Rizashea, scoreless thus far. Takes a step back. Murray knocked away. And the turnover again by Houston.
Now we get a chance to check out Kevin Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in scoring, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Smart comes in for McDaniels. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Zachary Rizashea. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jamal Murray. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And Philadelphia making a change here. Sims is checked in. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Michael Porter Jr.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Now here is Horford. Pass to Houston. Three-pointer. Alvarado grabs the ball.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
That one drops for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Clark, perhaps the biggest surprise of last season, the Houston Rockets.
For sure. I mean, they hadn't even made the play-in tournament in 2024. Just with internal development and improvement, ended up as the 2 seed in the stacked West. You've got to give Ime Udoka and his staff tremendous credit.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And he sinks the second.
Al Horford has demonstrated great leadership both on and off the floor throughout his career. A seasoned veteran, you love having him on your team.
Now here's Kuzma. To the middle. It's stolen. And now Philadelphia on the break. Oh, that's blocked. Bucket is good. And the 76ers lead by 14.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And that one falls for Ivy.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Smart. And that one, no good to start him off on the night.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Now Alvarado. No scoring in this one. Outside for Smart. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Thibault. Simmons the bounce pass. Out to the wing. Houston passes to Sims. Just 4 to shoot. Takes the 3. Houston's shot is off. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against New Orleans. In the corner, Simmons with it. Here's Houston, guarded by Kuzma. Horford against Batadze. Horford no luck. Rockets trail by 20, down low. And stolen by Simmons. Rebounded by Smart. To the paint to stop the run. And Kuzma slams it in.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
He doesn't hit that one. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. 76ers lead by 18. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Jaden McDaniels is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Murray in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And finished off by McDaniel.
McDaniels going upstairs with an athletic move.
KD looking around. The kick out to Porter. In the corner, Ivy with it. Screen by Bol. Ivy finds Bol. Count it. Bol's got his first points in this one. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. The shot by Ivy, no good.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Pass to Smart. Bible on the wing. Guarded by KD. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Rockets, number 1.
They had such a strong presence in the paint, just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. KD against Lively. Durant wide open. He fires. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 18. Outside, Smart. Buries it from three-point range.
And just playing aggressive basketball. Smart taking what's his out there.
Durant against Lively. Durant, that's good. KD's got 25 points in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Zachary Rizachet checked in for Derek Lively. The 76ers also with a sub. Green, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey. Philadelphia on D. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's Rizachet missing. The 76ers leading by 17. Durant drawing the double team. There's the three. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Durant. Bull's got 5 points now this quarter.
For somebody like Bull to easily knock down threes, that's like having a cheat code.
Murray for three. Connects from three-point range.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Clark, taking a minute to talk Jamal Murray here, a talented guard who's had to battle a variety of injuries.
Yeah, when he's been healthy, he's been dynamic and almost unstoppable as a scorer. And, you know, sometimes the injuries show up, and that's part of the landscape of being a pro athlete at times. I know it's been frustrating for him, but he continues to persist and persevere, which is a credit to him. But when he's healthy, boy, he's a special and clutch shot maker.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 3. And here's Green outside.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive for Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to McDaniels. And stolen by Williams. It's Durant on the wing. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Nailed from three-point land.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Now here's Smart. Murray with it. 5 to shoot. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Cannot let Murray get comfortable with that jump shot, guys. I mean, his stroke is as pure as it gets.
Durant, no good.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Pass to Smart. Here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Williams. Wembanyama passes to Smart, and that one, good. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's an error by the D. You can't give someone like Smart that kind of position inside.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Rockets making a change here. Bitadze's checked in. And KD's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Part of Draymond's value, the playmaking he gives you out of the front court.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Wembanyama. Murray surveying the D. Over Green. Draymond Green pulls it in. Philadelphia leading by 17. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
And Wembanyama outside for 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green bounce pass from past the arc, and Houston gets it to go. Houston's got 6.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
Pass to Rizichet. Murray sets a screen for Rizichet. Back to Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it goes on Draymond Green. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Houston. Jose Alvarado comes in for Marcus Smart. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford's checked in for Porter. And Simmons subbed in for Draymond Green.
And when healthy, Murray is a force to be reckoned with, because he can go get baskets against tough defense, and he can also make plays for others.
No good from Durant. Rockets trail by 21. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back over to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report.
Or using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
Here's Murray. Good, nice job down low. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Here's Sims. Back to Simmons. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Houston. And here are the 76ers now. They have a 19-point lead. Here's Simmons.
9th and fewest turnovers per game. And one of the top 10 teams in our league in terms of points off turnovers. They recognize that the best time to attack is when the opponent is scattered all over the floor.
You talked about their steals, and defense really was a focus for them. They went out there with the goal of making things as uncomfortable as possible for their opponents. That's good from Simmons. Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for the 76ers. So he gets them both. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And they're on the break. Here's Houston, guarded by Rizachet. Here's Simmons. It's blocked. And so the ball's out of bounds. Bitadze touched it last. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Now, here's Ivey. Defended by Thibault. Clock at 4. Pulls up on the wing. The shot by Ivey, no good. Rockets trail by 21. Alvarado passes to Kuzma. Lively sends a screen for Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Rim running, shot blocking, rebounding. Lively, elite in all 3 categories.
The Rockets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Good on the second free throw.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Inside, here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
Now, here's Ivey. Outside, Horford. Out to the right wing. There's a good screen. That shot, no good. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Here's Thibault. Rebound by the 76ers.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
One of Ivey's best attributes, his ability to score off the bounce.
And the Rockets with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Rockets making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Here's Simmons. Rockets with the rebound. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Thibault. And some nice passing there by Houston. Shoots the 3. Houston with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 20. Simmons passes to Ivy. Now here is Horford. Lays it up off the glass. Horford's got his second basket of the night.
And smart pick and roll play by Ivy. He saw a chance to open things up for a teammate and took it.
Pass to Kuzma. Lively a screen on Horford. From deep. Kuzma can't get it to go. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Ivy, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Rizichet. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Philadelphia. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes. We're helping where we're supposed to help. We're sending guys the right direction. Pretty solid.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hello, and when you're on one of these teams looking ahead, what's your plan?
Win them all. That's what happened when I played.
Yeah. You know, Ernie. Shaq was the only and the first undefeated basketball player in the history of NBA. He never lost one game. Come on, man. Give me a break.
Yeah, big fella, that doesn't sound quite right. You might want to go back and check some of those stats, Cuh. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Good.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
The 76ers leading by 22. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. They've got Porter. Draymond Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Rob Williams. And it's Bull in at the 4 spot. Now Murray. Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Murray against Porter. Murray left side. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Here's Bull. Green with a screen for Bull. The 3 from KD. Hits it from 3-point range. KD's got 35.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
Murray. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Bull kicks to Porter. Outside, Green. The 76ers, another 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Wembanyama. 11 points in the game. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Rizichet. Nothing on the board. 5 on the clock. by KD.
You know, somehow Durant is still a bit overlooked as a defender and shot blocker.
Porter dishes to KD. Back to Porter, launches it. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. KD's got 4 assists now tonight. The Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. McDaniels, a screen on Green. To the left wing. Wembanyama, a screen on KD.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Now here's Green. Outside Durant with the crossover, and the layup is up and in. KD's got 37.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Pass to Wembanyama. Sinks the triple.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Green. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wembanyama outside. And here is Murray. 11 points in the game. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Outside, KD. KD draws the double. And finished off by Porter.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now, here's McDaniels. He's got 8. Here's Wembanyama.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-5 run. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
Here's Wembanyama after the made shot from KD. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Houston making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Jarek Lively. Marcus Smart comes in for Zachary Rizachet. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Murray. And then for Philadelphia, Kuminga comes in for Bol. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Green. Now here's Porter. He's got 10. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Alvarado with it. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Wembanyama. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Outside, Porter. Back to KD. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. McDaniels kicks to Smart. Wembanyama, a screen on KD. Porter against Wembanyama. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
McDaniels outside. Wembenyama sets a screen for McDaniel. Wembenyama on the follow. Wembenyama's got 11 in the second half.
You have to be aware of Wembenyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Wembenyama with it. Defended by Kuminga. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembenyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Outside Durant. And Houston gets it to go. Houston's got 8 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Alvarado. Still yet to score. Kuzma outside. Wembenyama, a screen on Horford. To the inside. And it's Wembenyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
KD passes to Horford. Here's Ivy. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here's Smart. He has 5. Good on the shot. Wembenyama's got 29.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Here's KD. Again, Philadelphia.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
To the left side wing. Wembenyama down low. Guarded by Simmons. Houston moving the ball around. In the corner, Ivy with it. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Wembenyama. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Here's Smart. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Thibault, the pass to Smart. Now Wembenyama. And it's Wembenyama with the jam.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Now here's Durant. Defense is right there. And the rejection by Wembenyama. Pass to Alvarado. Now Kuzma. Wembenyama high post. Top of the key jumper, no good. To the middle. Now Ivy. Durant inside. Sinks that one from the post. KD's got 49 points in the game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Smart passes to Wembenyama. Back to Smart. Takes a three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. With the step back. Durant way outside. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Smith is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Okoro. And it's Bitadze in at the center. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And they call an illegal screen here.
To their benefit and credit, they've cut down on the miscues here in the second half.
76ers shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. They get a hand on it, stolen by Okoro. Beasley outside. With floor spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
Here's Ivy. The Rockets making the shot. Got it from 16 feet.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Okoro passes to Beasley. Pass to Bitadze. Smith dishes to Beasley. Off target with his 3. Here's Houston. Covered by Beasley. Okoro kicks to Beasley. Here's Bitadze. In the corner, Okoro with it. Beasley against Ivy. Beasley, the pass to Oubre. Off target from three-point range. And Philadelphia has possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Houston. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith outside. And here's Beasley. And G.A., just when you think you've seen it all, last season a father and son playing as teammates, NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
Now Ball. Following the miss by Malik Beasley from deep. Houston, the 76ers with another miss. Now here's Okoro. Ivy defending. Ball against Beasley. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ivy on the wing. And it's denied. Unloads from 9, and he gets the jumper to drop. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
Ivy on the wing. Beasley outside. Over Ball. No good from Beasley.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Here's Kuminga. Good.
A strong finish by Kuminga. That's his game.
And here are the Rockets now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Beasley, the pass to Smith. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Kuminga. Ivy on the wing. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Inside. Intercepted. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Nice quickness displayed there by Ball. Lethal in the open floor. Actually, that's his best game. Open court basketball. Tough matchup for the D.
Now here's Okoro. Driving in. And Okoro throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And Houston gets it to go.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Beasley, the pass to Smith. Down low. Here's Oubre. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play. Kelly Oubre Jr. is a springy, bouncy wingman. I mean, provides scoring punch from the three, and he also provides energy at the defensive end that his team needs.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Jabari Smith. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Malik Beasley. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Sims dishes to Porter. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Sweet move by Porter Jr. getting around the contact and finding the hoop.
Alvarado finds Thibault, buries the long-range jumper.
And, guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear. He's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now, here's Ivy. Porter passes to Ivy. To the paint, here's Sims, and the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Alvarado with it. Ivy defending. Houston moving the ball around, and that one's good. Thibault.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Ivy on the wing. He's defended by Alvarado. Now Ivy off on the layup. Oubre inside. Working on Green. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So GA between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Alvarado with it. Pass to Thibault. Shot clock at 6. Batadze setting a screen for Kuzma. And he recovers it. Alvarado finds Smart. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And Philadelphia making a change here. Houston's checked in. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Pass to Sims. Now Porter jacks up a 3. The shot misses. Now Thibault. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Those are the looks they want to continue to generate.
Smart with the steal. Alvarado with it. Now Green defending. Here's Alvarado. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
And the basket by Horford.
You know, Horford combines skill and power with experience and smarts, and that makes him hard to shut down in the paint.
Here's Kuzma. Offline with his three. And so Green will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside, Porter. Now here's Green. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Sims. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Sims has got 6 here in this quarter. Now Alvarado. Inside. Here's Kuzma. Thibault on the wing. Pass to Bitadze. The Rockets again can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
Boy, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them. One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Sims. Outside, Porter. Here's Sims, defended by Bitadze. And it's blocked. And here now is Thibault. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Good times. There's gonna be good times. Good times. I know there's gonna be.
Work every day till we meet ends. I fit turn it up on the weekends. Bust a toast to your real friend. Tell me what you're drinking now.
I know there's gonna be good times.
Running up all the money.
Good times, it's gonna be some good times. Man, we used to pull up and let them fight at that hood time. Remember I used to when it was about that. It that little walk up tripping, she get that much time. I don't waste time. I don't have patience, baby. son. We go walk to bedtime. See my boss like a grandson. Come here, baby, I'm molested. I let her write me my suggestion. Hey, pop quiz, it's a pop quiz. All my money coming clean, you can't pop this. She got that locked up like Lost Mill. Come to my lights like a radio. Me and Poppy on the same. My diamonds could never stand still. Where you going, can't come here. I'll always take you back for your.
Come over, good time, was a bad one. You say you want, give me something long time. Me deal with this thing, no something like crime. I make you sing this line.
Even in the summertime, me and Lil' Shawty cutter. I swear to God, I'ma tell you, dog got the struggle. Baby girl, sit it down, you not known like a usher. Yeah. I told her mama I don't mind what my teeth do. I wanna control you like voodoo. I'm started screaming freak on phone and doodloo. Every time I have a good time, do.
Good time, eh? Come over, good time, was a bad one. You say you want, give me something long time. Me deal with this thing, no something like crime. I make you sing this line.
And a peek into the locker room. Players, welcome to .2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin culture. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler, this is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ale LaForce reporting for us. Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Klingon. Then it's Peyton Watson. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Hendricks in at small forward. Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands.
Towns for three. And it's New York with a rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Jordan with the bucket.
Not afraid at all to get physical. Jordan finds the shot. So essential for a big to be able to work through contact.
Here's Hendricks. Pass to Watson. Now here's Holmgren. Watched by Wallace. And it's Holmgren missing. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ale LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Brian, back to you.
Great work, Ale. Thanks. Here's Holmgren. After New York picked up the three with their last shot. Back to Watson. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Hendricks. Here's the three. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Curry with it. Guarded now by Watson. Curry, no good. The Suns have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. To the middle. It's tipped. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. The pull-up. Bridges misses. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Watson. Pass to Klingon. Holmgren outside. This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Bridges outside. Back to Curry. Six to shoot. Pulls up, high post. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Now here's Wallace, defended by Watson. Outside Curry. Here's Wallace. Out to Bridges. There's a screen. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Pass to Hendricks. Towns taking his time here. Down low. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Bridges passes to Wallace. Outside Curry. No good on the shot. Excellent defense there from Watson.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Here's Holmgren. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Holmgren's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
It's intercepted. Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Bridges. Wallace with it. No points so far. And the Knicks miss again. Outside Watson. Pass to Towns. Now Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Outside Watson. Here's Hendricks. Here's Klingon. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, and Klingon is a gigantic player. He is so difficult to keep off the glass at times.
Three-pointer, Bridges. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Suns. They trail by 1. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
I love the defensive pressure they created in their last meeting, forcing turnovers and keeping the offense off kilter.
Well, turning defense into offense is important, and they did it at the highest level in that one. That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Holmgren, the pass to Watson. Out left to the wing. Holmgren outside. Out to the wing. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
From going to the finals in 2021 to missing the playoffs last season, Grant, things have not gone according to plan for the Suns.
Well, you know, B.A., they followed that trip to the finals with a 64-win season. But then they went all in on the big 3 of Booker, Durant, and Beal. And that just didn't yield the results they'd hoped for.
To the inside, Bridges. And it's good for 2. And now a 3-point New York lead.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. The Suns in second, New York in fifth.
You know, you really didn't want to send either team to the line if you had any ideas about winning.
Here's Iguodala, defended by Portis. Here's Harper, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Mitchell, pass to Holland. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. Jackson with it. McCollum covering. Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Portis with a screen on Jackson. Portis outside. Off target from three-point range.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Jackson for three. Iguodala. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a three-point Phoenix lead.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
McCollum's shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Bailey, the pass to Harper. Here's Adams. Pass to Jackson. Adams a screen. Lets it go. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. And the Suns lead by 5.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
McCollum taking his time here. And the last few seasons' legs, C.J. McCollum playing mainly point guard, but for his career, mostly at the 2.
Yeah, listen, he can play either, certainly can be a lead guard when he needs to be, but shooting and scoring off the dribble is really his bread and butter, and he can get to it from any angle, any platform, in any situation.
Great player regardless.
Absolutely.
Here's Bailey, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Portis gets the bucket.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Inside. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Harper.
Yeah, for this coaching staff, they want Bailey operating in the paint. I mean, he's got athleticism and touch.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Mitchell. Portis finds McCollum. The three. Iguodala grabs a miss. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his second basket.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
To the paint. Here's Portis. Iguodala grabs a miss. Iguodala's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Harper. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 7-point differential. McCollum outside. Vucevic against Adams. From 15 feet away. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Fast break. Here comes New York. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. New York shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
One shot.
The Suns lead by 4. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harper passes to Adams. Here's Harper. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
The Rook, Dylan Harper, showing some power.
There's McCollum with the 3. No luck on that one. And so it's Phoenix leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
They've got DeAndre Jordan. Stephen Curry is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Kamara in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Kamara. Still no points. Bridges misses.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Here's Holmgren. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. First trip to the line for him here. That's good from Bridges.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
Bridges hits them both. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Pass to Holmgren. Screen by Holmgren. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Sinks it from distance. Watson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Curry. New York working the ball around now. Three-pointer, Bridges. Drains the triple. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Watson passes to Towns. Here's Holmgren. There's Holmgren on the slam.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Bridges outside. Outside Kamara. Puts up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you guys.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Bridges. 15 in his last outing. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And the Suns making a change here. Klingen's checked in. And the second free throw is good. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Towns outside. Outside Watson. Pass to Towns. Here's Hendricks. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Towns drops the hammer.
Yeah, at 6'11", 250 pounds. Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
And checking the 2K leaderboard. These teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. In the third spot, the Suns.
And last season, they were deadly from beyond the arc. A lot of great shooters on that team.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's stolen. Watson with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Towns up top. Outside Watson. Clock at 6. Offline with a 3. Knicks trail by 12. Over to the left wing. Outside Curry. Curry splashes it in.
And if you let Curry get that shot off, you might as well ring it up.
Now here's Holmgren. 13 points in the win against Memphis. Pass to Towns. Towns double team. Here's Hendricks. The 3. Now Klingen. He's guarded by Bridges. Here's Hendricks. From outside, off the mark.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Wallace misses.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Pass to Towns. Back to Holmgren. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here's Watson. He's covered by Curry. And here's Klingen. Here's Watson. Misses the 3. And here's Wallace. Still without a bucket. From outside the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Outside Watson. Holmgren outside. Here's Hendricks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, he's over, but they're still winning, and that's really all that matters.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Stephen Curry. And some changes here for New York. Vucevic, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Holland in for Mikal Bridges. Phoenix also changing it up. Jackson, he's checked in for Hendricks. And it's Harper in for Chet Holmgren. Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Klingon. Rejected by Klingon.
I like this. The sheer size and reach of Klingon was a big factor in him finding that block.
Bobby Portis is checked in for New York. Mitchell comes in for Wallace. Adams checked in for Phoenix. Bailey comes in for Watson. The Suns lead by 9. Here's Harper. Jackson with a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Bailey. Towns outside. Three-pointer. Holland with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Vucevic. Adams covering. Now Vucevic. Yet to see a basket. Mitchell misses. Jackson attacking. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, good pass by Harper. Unselfish. Always keeps his eyes up.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for New York. Holland. He's off on the layup.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
From deep, Harper. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Holland. Pass to Vucevic. Towns against Portis. Now here's Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Yeah, good to see Towns being engaged on defense. Just great timing to come up with the rejection.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for New York. Now here's Mitchell. Buries it from 3. Mitchell's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Towns, that's good.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
McCollum, the pass to Vucevic. Outside Mitchell. Five on the clock. Portis for 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Portis has got his second basket of the night.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Again, Phoenix, good for 2. Knicks trail by 9. Outside Mitchell. To the right side. A clear look for Vucevic. Harper pulls it in.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harper. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Holland. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting. They found their rhythm at the free throw line this quarter. trying hard to make up ground.
He's off on the second. Phoenix leading by 8. Bailey, the pass to Harper. Jackson outside. Adams with a screen on McCollum. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Portis with it. Jackson in his pocket. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, here's what the Knicks have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll take on Victor Wembanyama and the Houston Rockets. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Memphis Grizzlies.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here's Iguodala. Jackson outside. Adams high post. Back to Jackson. Here's Harper. McCollum defends. And Harper gets it to go.
Yeah, Harper really had to force his way through. No one gives rookies an easy time out there.
Portis, left side. Pass to Vucevic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Steven Adams.
What I love about Vucevic is he's aggressive looking for his shot, which draws the defense's attention.
Now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
1:06 left to play in the half. Pass to Bailey. Adams with a screen on Mitchell. Bailey, the pass to Adams. Here's Bailey. Checked by Mitchell. Clock at 4. Here's Iguodala. No good with the triple. Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Mitchell. To the inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The good looks from Bailey. You'd like to see him dish it a little more at this level than he did in college.
Come to me.
McCollum against Jackson. McCollum, the pass to Mitchell. Now here's Vucevic. Guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Phoenix up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Well, now we have some time to check it. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Come one.
Well, I think for the Knicks, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Suns.
The way they have owned the paint.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
Well, it's demoralizing for the opponent. Those second chance opportunities really energize your team.
And so in the game for the Suns, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Holmgren is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Donovan Clingan, and it's Hendricks in at the small forward position.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think, he just acts.
Wallace outside. New York working the ball around now. Pass to Curry. Fires the 3. Oh, the sweet stroke of Stephen Curry.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Now he has quickly piled up the points by stringing those threes together.
Now here's Holmgren. Watch by Wallace. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, New York with the triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Pass to Watson. Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Bridges. Phoenix needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Towns, no good. Knicks trail by 7. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Watson. And there's a pick. Here's Klingon. Holmgren, the pass to Watson. Holmgren outside. And here's Watson. Launches it. It's rebounded by New York. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Outside Watson. Inside. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In third, the Knicks.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
Knicks trail by 5. Bridges outside. Back to Wallace. Pass to Kamara. Curry looking it over. There's a screen by Kamara. 5 to shoot. Shot from 16. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, with that 24-second clock winding down, Steph Curry knows how to be creative to get a shot.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Holmgren outside. Back to Watson. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 5. Back to Holmgren to get back on track. And the Suns miss again. Knicks trail by 3. To the middle. Wallace misses.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Bridges. From deep, Holmgren. Oh, Holmgren! The touch from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Pass to Curry. Beyond the arc. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Their offense sort of clawing back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
Now here's Watson. Holmgren with a screen on Curry. Watson passes to Holmgren. Oh, Chad Holmgren standing tall. The Knicks have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Wallace outside. Pass to Jordan. Now Curry launches it. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Hendricks. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Now Holmgren. Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside Curry. Pulls it from 20. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Holmgren with it. 19 points in the game. Holmgren with a screen on Bridges. To the wing on the left. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Towns. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's Bridges. 10 points for him. To the inside. Here's Kamara. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Bobby Portis has checked in for Jordan. Holland comes in for Mikal Bridges. Mitchell's checked in for Stephen Curry. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Wallace. So hits one and misses one at the line. Phoenix leading by 4. Pass to Bailey. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
And he makes a first.
Yeah, a versatile scorer and intimidating defender. Ace Bailey's confidence and length are why he went in the top 5.
And the Knicks making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 6. McCollum outside. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
After a poor offensive first half, some nice adjustments made by the staff, and their shooting percentage is climbing.
Here's Harper. He has 6. He puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Portis. New York has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Mitchell finds McCollum. Stripped it away. In transition, here come the Suns.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Outside Mitchell. Back to McCollum. The 3 is up. And again, New York with the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Iguodaro. Here's Bailey. Now Adams, covered by Vucevic. Clock at 6. Here's Harper. And the baseline jumper, no good. New York trailing. Outside Mitchell. Now McCollum. Pass to Holland. Portis the screen for the tie. Holland can't hit. The Suns have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. And here's Jackson. So for the Knicks, Jordan's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Kamara comes in for Portis. And it's Bridges in for Holland. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Just 5 on the clock. Harper. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. The Suns leading. Harper passes to Adams. Here's Bailey. Here's Harper. 6 points for him. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go. And when Dylan Harper's dad, Ron, won 5 NBA titles, he was a great player, and I think a lot of that competitiveness rubbed off on Dylan.
Curry, he's checked in for New York. For the tie, Bridges misses. Phoenix is shooting a disappointing 38%. Harper passes to Adams. Here's Harper. He's guarded by Bridges. Jackson with a screen on Bridges. Down low. That's good from Jackson. On the assist by Harper. Harper's got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 4. McCollum outside. And here's Bridges. He's got 10. 11 feet out. Curry from inside.
In that mid-range area, it's important for Curry to have that quick release.
Jackson outside. He buries it from 3. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
To the left wing. Adams with a screen on Bridges. Back to Adams. Pass to Harper. Hey, from beyond the arc. Hauled in by Curry.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Now here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
The Suns have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter. Inside, here's Bailey. Count it. Bailey's got 10.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Outside Curry. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor.
The previous play is under review.
Are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Hey, and they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Phoenix out in front, leading by just 2. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Cason Wallace out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Toumani Camara. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Jordan in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Pass to Towns. Back to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Fires it from 18. No good, off the front rim. New York trailing. Bridges outside. Now McCollum parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
And the Suns shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on Bridges. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum.
At times, Holmgren can just be overwhelming for a defense. Even if you foul him, he can find a way to score.
That free throw good from Holmgren. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Wallace outside. New York working the ball around now. Left side Kamara. And he drops it in from the low post.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Pass to McCollum to tie it up. Fires in the triple. And this game is tied up now.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
3 on 3. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Watson. Back to Holmgren to halt the run. And it's New York with a rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And where is the leadership? Because in the second half, they just haven't brought the same energy defensively.
And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Watson passes to Holmgren. Three-pointer. Phoenix no good that time either. New York leading by 4. Pass to Bridges. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside Watson. McCollum with a steal. And here they go. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Peyton Watson. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Towns. Back to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Holmgren against McCollum. This one for 3. The Suns clear it.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Slinging with a screen. The 3 from Holmgren. It's rebounded by New York. Jordan's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Wallace, the pass to McCollum. Back to Wallace. Now Jordan. McCollum outside. Hits a three-pointer. McCollum's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, that's part of what makes McCollum a great player. He can find a way to score off the ball.
All alone on the break. Holmgren with the block. Here's Hendricks. Towns for three. Oh, Cat rains one in from deep.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Bridges outside. Fires the three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Pass to Towns. Clock at 6. Outside Watson. Lets it go from deep. Offensive board. Towns can't get it to go. Here's New York. They're on a 13-3 run. Wallace, the pass to McCollum. Oh, and Towns with the block.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Klingon. Now here's Towns. Takes the three. Again, the miss by Towns. Now here's Wallace. Defended by Watson. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And now the Suns fast break. Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Bridges. Pass to Watson. Shot clock at 6. And here's Holmgren. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his 3rd foul so far. Curry, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Towns passes to Holmgren. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Kamara. Kamara's got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, such a dual threat offensively. Curry can be the finisher or he can create like he did there.
Holmgren right side. Towns outside. It's Watson on the wing. Pass to Hendricks. Now Holmgren. The three. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
And I don't think that's the shot they wanted him to take right now. He's not exactly on fire.
Now Bridges from downtown. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And it's Watson missing.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Wallace misses.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Now here's Holmgren. The D's right on him. And yep, it's good.
At 7'2", Donovan Klingon is a mountain of a man.
Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Back to Holmgren. Towns outside. Here's Hendricks. That one's good, and it's Towns with the assist. Hendricks has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Curry with it. Outside Kamara. Buries it from outside.
Then offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Suns trail by 8. Holmgren deciding where to go with it. It's picked off. Bridges down low. On the wing, Wallace. He's covered by Holmgren. Curry fires! Money from 3!
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
McCollum, he's checked in for New York. Stephen Curry! Holmgren against McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Curry! 10-footer is good!
And Curry is really putting his stamp on this one.
Now Towns. .136 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
He's been way off the mark in this second half. Just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Now Curry from deep. Yes, sir! From way outside.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Knicks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next two times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Stephen Curry.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
It's money from deep. At one point, they led by 16. Outside Curry. Now McCollum. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Towns, left side. Double team on Towns. And stolen by Bridges. There's 31 seconds left in the final quarter. 11-footer is good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Knocks it loose. Oh, the shake. And he lays it in. Here's Curry. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous...
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.